Brightstorm has thousands of high-quality videos covering all major subjects. Please check out more at www.brightstorm.com.
Part of any introduction to polynomials must include polynomial vocabulary. When you're asked to classify a polynomial, what that means is give the polynomial its two-word name. The first word is referring to the degree. In case you forgot, degree is the highest exponent number. It's the highest exponent for an individual term. You don't add them up or anything. And the second word comes from the number of terms. And then here's a list of all the vocabulary. This is something you're going to want to memorize or get pretty fluent with. So if there's no x terms, if it's just a number, a constant number, you call it a constant. Degree 1 is linear, 2 quadratic, blah, 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 blah. If you have 6 or more, you usually call it 6th degree, 7th degree, or you could say the nth degree. And then the second word is the number of terms, how many things you're adding in and subtracting together. 1 term is a monomial, 2 is binomial, 3, that makes sense, right? Mono, bi, tri, and then 4 or more you just call a polynomial. So before we get into the examples, I wanted to point out this tip. Make sure you write your polynomial in standard form to help you find the degree, and combine like terms first, because you want to have your polynomial in simplest form in order to give it its appropriate classification. So here's some examples. 1. Classify the following. Negative 2x to the fourth minus 5x. Okay, so the first thing I need to look for is the degree. That's the highest exponent, and it's 4. So I'm going to start with quartic. And then how many terms there are comes next. I have 1, 2. So it's a binomial. Quartic, binomial. They always go in that order. Degree word first, then type number of terms comes second. Okay, how about the next one? Degree 3, cubic. And then I've got 1, 2, 3 terms. Trinomial. This one, degree, the common error here is students will say this is degree 0 because there's no exponent up there. This is not degree 0. There's a little secret 1. This is x to the first power. So in fact, degree 1, I call that linear. And then it's only 1 term, so it's a monomial. Linear is kind of like if you were thinking about y equals, let's say, 5x plus 2 or something. You know that would be a line, as opposed to if it was 5x squared, that'd be a quadratic or a parabola. Okay, let's look at number 4. It's just the number 5. What's the degree there? Well, remember the degree is the highest exponent number on x. So I could write that as 5 multiplied by x to the 0 power, which is just 5 times 1. So if I have just the number 5 times x to the 0 power, that's going to tell me that my first word will be constant, and then my last word will be monomial. Constant, I think, kind of makes sense because 5 isn't changing. 5 is not a variable. It's a constant. It's always 5, as opposed to a variable, which of course varies. Okay, last one. So a lot of students would call this a trinomial. That would be a mistake, though, because look, I can combine like terms. This is, in fact, negative 2x squared plus 1. So it should be a, let's see, degree 2, so quadratic, and then 2 terms, binomial. Okay, so this vocabulary is just stuff you're going to be using a lot from now on in your math studies. It's important to be fluent with it. Like if someone says quadratic, you need to know right away what that means. If someone says trinomial, you need to know exactly what that's referring to. So practice this a lot. Make sure you can label polynomials correctly with their 2-word names.
By 2. I can't do this with you two laughing back there.
Work it. Work it.
So if we had, no, that's not right, 3 coplanar points.
So have you ever gotten off an airplane?
That should be
Less than.
yeah. Dang.
Is it like 500 degrees in here or what?
All right, so when you're in chemistry class, you're going to be doing a lot of work. You're going to be starting over.
So as an example, we could consider like you've got a chain hanging from two fixed.